Yo guys, what is going on? Nickname is just Yellow, and today this Norwegian hardcore PC gamer is gonna go through a crash course in CSGO, which for short means that this video here, if you watch it, you have probably covered like 50 minutes of just raw footage. Because if you do everything I say and if you just follow through the topics, you will technically be able to achieve what all the other videos I've made will do to you, even though again, that requires you to watch this video from start to finish, which I know that a lot of you people don't do because you're lazy. I don't know. So let's go, okay? I'm gonna go through a lot of topics here, but let's first start out with CSGO and how the skill system work, okay? The thing with CSGO is that it's a purely skill-based system which give you ranks, but they're scaling approximately to 100 hours of game time in which you try and get better or just practice to one rank, okay? So if you play like 400 hours and you're brand new to FPS gaming, you should reach Nova 4. If you got like 800 hours, it's gonna be 4 ranks above that again. You see, me personally, I have a lot more hours, but again, I do a lot more with my game. I record, I do all other things, I surf, I play with my Smurf, so, you know, it doesn't scale perfectly, but it's a very nice little estimate. So yeah, after 1800 hours, you should be able to at least reach the knowledge level of a global elite, theoretically speaking. Okay, so let's move on then to the settings section. This game here, it needs to perform properly, and there's a fuck ton of things that you can do in order to be able to allow your game to get better or to enchant your performance. We got everything from the video settings that give you a better frame rate, in which in this game you need to have over 200 to 300 frames per second on average, not even kidding. That's a professional setting though. You need to have proper game settings in order to be able to do what you want and get more efficient, get the interactions that you want to do, because the game settings itself matters in that avenue. You need to have proper pre-launch commands, proper auto-exe commands that you set in for yourself, proper mouse sensitivity with the equipment that is more professional, of course. Then you also need a proper computer, in which you can do a lot of extra stuff to make your computer perform better. Everything from overclocking to upgrading it a little bit, that's all up to you, but it all matters as long as you can be able to get a really high, stable frame rate that, you know, you can rely on. That's mainly because the aiming system in CSGO on the PC, it's a bit wonky. It relies on a high frame rate. So as you can see right there, because my frame rate in the game is really high, I was able to wreck that guy on the middle section there. Which is mainly why I uploaded the gameplay, by the way. A couple of the shots I got in this game are just absurd, so really happy about the gameplay even though we lost. We'll get to that. Let's move on. CSGO is actually 4 games in one. That's actually how you can break it down categorically, theoretically. Let me explain. In CSGO you got the money game, which you can master, how to preserve your money, how to spend it wisely, how to synchronize it up and make it so that you can do what you want to do in the game. We also got the information game, in which allow you to take the right decisions. For example, where the enemies are, which you killed, how much they're hurt, and what guns they might have, etc, etc, okay? Also, we got the mental game, in which you need to have the right mentality. Without the good mentality, you will be a shitty teammate, you won't be able to do what you want to do, you're gonna perform like shit. So being able to get the mental game under control, and at best being able to affect the enemy mentally speaking, that's when you get really good at the mental game. I'm not talking about flaming, it's more subtle, more intelligent things than that. So yeah, that goes without saying. All of these things on top of the last one, which is the skill game within the game itself, being able to move around on the maps properly, pre-aim properly, knowing where the enemies could come from, hearing properly, which require a good headset, you know, aiming, all that kind of stuff. How to spray, what all the guns do, that's a game in itself, which I think of as a sub-game. If you know how to do that kind of stuff as well, that will elevate your skill a lot further. All of these combined make CSGO, which in my head that's like 5 games in one, so, or 4 technically, but you get the point, okay? CSGO is incredibly deep, there's a lot to learn, which is why the best of the best people are so much better than the, you know, the average or the worst people. So let's move on then. to play CSGO properly, you need to have a lot of equipment set straight, okay? If you ever want to get above DMG rank with mediocre equipment, you need to upgrade. I can't stress this enough. Maybe overclocking a monitor will allow you to elevate your skill a little bit further, mainly because your average reaction time will just increase. But as you can see in this little moment right here, having a 144Hz monitor will instantly allow you to shoot what you see, because you see it so much faster with a better monitor. That's just the nature of the beast. And there exists no professional players out there in CSGO that does not use a 144Hz monitor. Maybe some of them will use 120Hz, but that's up to them and their preference. Still, the higher Hertz rate and the more modern screen, the better. That's just how it goes. Other than that, you should try and get yourself a really decent computer that can allow you to get a high frame rate. I mentioned this before. Also, try and get a mechanical keyboard. It just allows you to get more rock-solid movement and that kind of crap in the game. Get yourself a modern mouse. Me, for example, I got a relatively cheap but well-used and well-performing Rat Tournament Edition mouse. Really enjoy that one. You need a big mouse pad. You need a decent mic, not too noisy, not too bad. You need a good headset so you can soundboard people properly. And you need on average about 250 to 300 frames per second. And lastly, as a ending note, other than the outro, it's just a game. If you want to play and have fun, don't take things too seriously and you will be rewarded for it. Any game have flaws. Any game got cheaters. It's still just a shooter, but hopefully you'll enjoy this game as much as I do, because I got over 2,500 hours in the game at this point. So yeah, hopefully you people enjoy the video. If you want to support the YouTube channel, we got Patreon and skin donation. So yeah, you should take part in that if you want to support the fellow people down in the comment section below. So anyways, nickname is Yellow, have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play.